This is the Louie T Network.
Man, I love some football. Man, I love some football. My favorite week is week 1, cause I'm watching football. First comes the preseason, and I don't take a day off. And then it gets even better when your team makes the playoffs. 32 teams go hard for one thing. They work for one thing. That Super Bowl ring. 32 teams go hard for one thing. They work for one thing. That Super Bowl ring. We in the lab room.
But me, your man, Louie T. Welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I am your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. Week number 9 in the National Football League. Philadelphia Eagles on the road at Houston, taking on the Texans. And here's an opportunity for the Eagles to get back on track after dropping one, a heartbreaking one, on the road at Arizona a week ago. Here's an opportunity to dust yourself off. And with the Cowboys losing the services of Tony Romo for a week and taking on that same tough Cardinals team that you lost to a week ago, hey, they might drop this one, give you a chance to assume first place in this division. So go on the road, take care of a little bit of business, and see if you can't assume the lead in the NFC East. Jeremy Maclin, 59-yard touchdown bomb, starts the scoring in the game as it's 7-0 Philadelphia. If you're the Texans, you come into this game and you say to yourself, hey, we saw what happened to Indy last week. Maybe they go on the road on Monday night and lose to the Giants. We need to take care of our business if we want a chance to win this division. So, hey, Philadelphia, maybe they're a little vulnerable after the loss a week ago. Why not take advantage of a team that's licking their wounds? So, that touchdown to Maclin early on in this game, not the way you want to start if you're the Texans. It's 7-0. You don't want these Eagles going up and down the field on you. You don't want to be giving up big plays either. If they're going to score, make them earn it. Don't give it to them. And so that was a huge play early on. Nicholas Foles, under duress, throws a pick 6 to A.J. Boye. And I tell you what, Nicholas Foles has been turning the football over. And I talked about this at the beginning of the season, how this is something that you're going to have to deal with him this year, because last year you got the best of both worlds. This kid came in. He didn't have a lot of expectations. The offense was brand new. Nobody really knew what to expect, and he took advantage of all of the different things that were afforded to him last year. Didn't turn it over, 27-2. We all know about the story. I said that's not going to happen this year, but he's been turning it over, and that's a problem. And it's even worse when you turn it over and it directly leads to points, which this pick did. Bring, bring, house call for A.J. Boye. And it's 7-0 just like that in this game. So Nicholas Foles, 2 touchdown passes, 1 to the Eagles, 1 to the Texans. Early on in this game, we go to the second quarter. Nicholas Foles dumped by Whitney Merciless on his clavicle. I used to love saying that as a kid. Clavicle, clavicle. Funny word. But it's not funny when you get dumped on it. And Nicholas Foles left the game not to return. Don't know his status moving forward. Be interesting to hear what his situation is and how long he's going to be out for. If it's broken, he could be gone for a while. And so, entered in Dirty Chaz. Oh yeah, give it some Dirty Chaz. Mark Sanchez coming in the game, and there's not a quarterback that I love to harass more than Dirty Chaz. And so, right away though, the Eagles said, well, you know what? And I've been hearing this all year long. Chip Kelly thinks that Mark Sanchez can come in and run his offense as good, if not better, than Nicholas Foles does. And so he's definitely more athletic than Nicholas Foles is. And he can throw the football down the field. And so Nobody ever said Mark Sanchez was lacking in the talent department. It's always been up here mentally. How does he read the field, make decisions, and avoid mistakes? That's always been his problem. And his first play, Chip Kelly shows that he's not afraid. 53-yard hookup with Macklin on the very first play as he comes in the game firing the football. I said, wow, okay. Dirty Chaz in the house. So after that, Jordan Matthews catches an 11-yard touchdown on 3rd and goal as the Eagles were going backwards. He had just taken a sack, had Dirty Chaz, and it looked like they were going to have to settle for a field goal. And this was a beautiful throw to Jordan Matthews in the back of the end zone. Get the touchdown. It's now 14-7. Eagles are on top. Eagles on the move when Dirty Chaz is picked off by Jamal Rowe. And this really wasn't all Dirty Chaz's fault, but as you all know, it doesn't matter. When you throw an interception, you get the blame as a quarterback, but it caroms off the hands of Josh Huff. Probably should have been caught, and Jamal Rowe was the beneficiary. He picks it off, so that's one pick for Dirty Chaz. And so 4 plays later, 56-yard Arian Foster catch and run touchdown. We're all knotted up at 14 again. Late first half, Cody Parkey field goal makes it 17-14 as we head to the halftime break. We jump into the third quarter. After a run-dominant drive by the Texans, they can't cash in as Randy Bullock misses from 39 yards out. And that was a problem last year with him, missing field goals. He's been pretty solid this year, but you don't want him starting it. You're not a good enough team to have 39-yard field goals missed. You need all the points you can get, especially in a game like this that would have tied the game up. Instead, he misses, gives the Eagles momentum and field position, and this is what they do with it. Off the miss, Eagles, 4 plays, 70 yards, all runs, capped by an 8-yard Chris Polk touchdown. It's now 24-14. See how quickly the tide turns when you miss a field goal, give up field position? It's deflated, not just for the offense, not just for the special teams, but for the defense as well. To not see those points on the board, to not get a clean slate, to have to come in the game and play defense from a weird spot on the field in a random location, and it's almost like a turnover. When you miss a field goal, it's almost like a turnover, and the Eagles took advantage. They're now up 24-14. Arian Foster on the next offensive possession for the Texans leaves the game with a groin injury. He was not happy. He slammed his helmet down. It exploded. The air cushions came out. He was upset. Chin strap flew off, and you could tell he was visibly upset, and he knew that he's going to be out of this game, wasn't going to return, and he's probably going to be on the shelf for a good 4 weeks or so with this groin. I've had a groin injury. Nothing to play with. It's not a game. When you strain a groin, it doesn't heal until the season is over. So I know he's in some pain, and I know he's in some trouble, and he knows it as well. So Jamal Rowe with an impressive diving pick of Dirty Chaz, and this is his second pick. I just want Eagles fans to know this is what you're going to get from Dirty Chaz. You better hope Nicholas Foles is not on the shelf for a while, because I may have talked about Nicholas Foles turning it over earlier in the game when he threw that pick 6 to A.J. Boye, but Nicholas Foles, his picks usually are down the field. They're not the ones that are back-breaking. I'm going to tell you right now, Dirty Chaz is going to turn it over. You know, Nicholas Foles, he may turn it over, he may not turn it over. If you don't get pressure on Nicholas Foles, he's not going to turn it over. You don't have to get pressure on Dirty Chaz to have him turn it over. He'll turn it over. So if you're an Eagles fan, you need to be very wary of Dirty Chaz being in the game. And a 21-yard gain by D-Hop on 3rd down leads to an interception in the red, and this is why I talked about Ryan Fitzpatrick being your quarterback and why you won't win. These are the type of plays I'm talking about. You're in the red zone. You're looking to cut this Eagles lead down, and at worst, come away with a field goal. You need 2 scores either way. You need 10 points to tie the game. You need 14 to take the lead. So whether you get a field goal or a touchdown here, it doesn't matter. You'd love the touchdown. I want to get the hardest part out of the way first, but you can't throw an interception. And this was a bad one, too. You can't throw an interception here. Luckily enough for the Texans, D'Amico Ryans fumbles the football, and D-Hop pounces on it. And D-Hop says, hey, I got us down here with a big catch and run. I recovered the fumble. Let me get in the end zone, man. Let me do that. I deserve it. So Fitzpatrick says, you know what? You're right. Let me get you the football. 8-yard touchdown grab for D-Hop. It's now 21-24. Eagles allowing the Texans to hang around. Methodical drive by the Eagles comes down to a crucial 4th and 1 from the 4-yard line. I actually thought that the Texans got jobbed here. I didn't think it was even remotely close. I didn't even think he came close to getting his first down. Look, it is what it is. I mean, I'm looking at it from the sideline angle, and I'm like, dude, he didn't even get to the line of game. It's not even close. What are we doing here? But he was awarded the first down, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so after that call, it was a first down. It's a 3-yard Jeremy Maclin touchdown, and that pretty much sealed the deal as the Eagles get it done in this game, 31-21. Dirty Chaz comes in, throws 2 touchdown passes, does throw 2 interceptions, but those 2 touchdown passes were huge, and the Eagles were able, and I think the difference in this game, Eagles were able to run the football. And I think that's something they haven't really been able to do all season long. Shady, well over 100 in this game. I thought Chris Polk also provided a nice change of pace running the football. I thought they just did a wonderful job of running the football, controlling the clock, and they really did a good job of keeping their distance from the Texans. Every time the Texans tried to make a move, they would score a touchdown and kind of get that distance back between the two of them in this game. And so Eagles get it done on the road despite losing Nicholas Foles. We don't know for how long, but hopefully it's not too long because Dirty Chaz is not the guy you want under center. And so Texans, golden opportunity for you to get a W. You don't do it. That's tough to swallow. You drop now to 4-5 on the season after having an opportunity to get over 500. So in this division where it's just you and the Colts, you got to find a way to win this game at home. You don't get it done. So now the Colts are probably going to win on Monday night and run away with this thing. You got to take advantage of these opportunities if you're the Houston Texans. So that's going to do it for Texans, Eagles. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the Lab Room. Come back and join me as I continue to break down week number 9 in the National Football League. See you.
Bet.